Hello there, thanks a lot for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard and I'm holding 19-year-old Aretha Franklin in 1961, just emerging from her teenage gospel music career and newly signed to Columbia Records by legendary A&R man John Hammond, by the way, and I guess he signed another promising artist later in 1961 by the name of Bob Dylan, but that's for another blog. So this concert poster is from Buffalo, New York on Sunday, December 10th, right there at the top, the year 1961, at Kleinhans Music Hall. The promoter, Joe Rico, and the Buffalo Jazz Festival. Now, Rico had his own concert posters designed, much to the benefit of us poster collectors now. He didn't use tour blanks. When a tour came through town, he had his own designer and his own vision and everything. That means there's lots of very cool one-off concert posters from Kleinhans Music Hall in Buffalo that, I blogged a couple before, and they're really fun. As a matter of fact, I have another one here to show you. Sure, why not? 1961 also, just a couple of months earlier. And here we've got Ray Charles. Look at that. Isn't that nice? So the top of the poster is pretty much the same as Aretha, and the bottom, I'm talking of course about the layout and the design, is pretty much the same. It's the middle part that incorporates different design elements, and but you can very much see the similarity in the two posters. So, hats off to Kleinhans and Joe Rico. Thank goodness they did that. Really gives us fun things to collect. So, you noticed, of course, Aretha is second billed. At the top you do have Ahmad Jamal headlining. Very accomplished jazz musician, but I'll cover him sometime in a separate jazz blog. And then you've got that nice red wave between the two. Isn't that nice? That's a nice creative touch. And then Aretha with what looks like, a high school graduation photo? I don't know, that is just so young and early and sweet. That is so nice. Now, thanks again to Kleinhans, this is the earliest concert poster that I've ever seen by 5 years that has Aretha's photograph on it. They just, don't turn up, so really glad they churned this one out. There you've got the wording under her name, Columbia recording star of Rockabye Your Baby with a Dixie Melody. I've got to hand it to these Kleinhans posters. I don't recall ever seeing a typo, and I've probably seen 30 different Kleinhans Music Hall concert posters, mostly from the early 60s, maybe the late 50s. The beloved Globe poster company that we all love would goof up song titles like Mad, and a cumbersome song title like this would surely be prime fodder for that. But, as usual, this Kleinhans is letter perfect. Now what's a little odd though is at the very bottom and in the margins there's no poster printing credit whatsoever. After Kleinhans took poster printing or poster producing so seriously, to have no printer's credit is a little bit odd. You got to think maybe Buffalo, New York though. So that song title, that was Aretha's first top 40 pop hit, and it had been, how's that for timing on a poster? Well, the first one with her picture, and there she is with her first top 40 pop hit earlier in the year. It had been a #1 for Al Jolson, by the way, all the way back in 1918. So Aretha, yep, she's a young sprout and knee-high to a chicken and all that stuff, but that makes it all the more stunning to realize that Aretha had actually released an album, an LP, 5 years ago. That's right, in 1956, and of course it was of gospel music, and she was being managed as a child, you could say, by her father, the Reverend Cecil Franklin, in Detroit. So this was Aretha's step away from that into secular music, and she was largely influenced by Sam Cooke for taking that direction. He had gone so successfully from the Soul Stirrers gospel group into his own solo career with You Send Me, and she really looked up to him. But everybody who follows music like this knows that it just was not a fit for Aretha at Columbia Records, and she had almost no commercial success there. That wouldn't come until 1967 when she got on board with Atlantic Records. So you've got all the usual detailed ticket information down there in the bottom, in the red area, and the white area rather, with some red embellishments, and including the bottom red stripe that does say benefiting the Buffalo Philharmonic. Now, as I said, this is the earliest Aretha, maybe 3 times now, I don't know, but with her concert with her photo on there, but not the earliest Aretha concert poster, period. No, and obviously for that you'd have to go back into her gospel days, right? Well, I've got just the one to show you. Very thrilled to have this one. This jumbo, look at this, cardboard window card from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Look at this. Boy, isn't this something? Actually, you won't really know until I zoom in for you. This is the spring of 1960. 18 months before the Buffalo poster I just showed you. And check out the headliner there in the orange. Her dad was the headliner, the Reverend C.L. Franklin. And then below that, look at those words. And his daughter, Aretha Franklin of Detroit. Oh my goodness, geez, is that just so cool. And look at the top line of the poster above his name up there. Something different, boy, I'll say. And then preaching and singing. Oh man, geez, it has, a picture of her dad and not of Aretha, but I mean, can you just believe this? Just amazing. I mean, Rolling Stone magazine once compiled a list, they're always doing that, of the 100 greatest artists of all time, all genres, just musicians, right? Aretha was not only on that list, she was in the top 10. And then Rolling Stone also compiled a list of the 100 greatest singers of all time. And Aretha was not only on that, and not only in the top 10, she was number 1 on that list. And here she is, a teenager on the road with her dad. Oh, and at a high school no less. Look at that, Howard High School. I mean, that's just crazy. I keep saying no less, but for $1 no less. Take a look at that in the lower left corner. It does say admission $1 in advance, and then the other side $1.25 at the door. Oh boy, yeah, it's kind of funny with these posters. I mean, lost in the middle of all this, hello, right in the middle there, another member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Staple Singers. Obviously gospel legends early in their career, and then giant hit makers in the 1970s. So, boy, I'll tell you, what are we talking here? At the time of this video blog being shot in 2016, we are talking 55 years and 75 million records later. Aretha is still, with us and giving concerts, and a national treasure. So it's just great to have these early pieces of cardboard window card advertising to show you from the start of her secular career. And in this case, the gospel too. Oh boy, great stuff. Thanks a lot for dropping by today. It's been real fun, and I'll see you again for something soon. Bye-bye.